Right, I'm just looking at our levels now. Right, 1 second. Right, I'm going to talk. I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking. You talk.
I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm important.
I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking too. So, how are your piles this week? Are they all right?
They're not bad. I was in the shower earlier and I thought to myself, my teeth are getting pretty bad, but I
Your
haven't had much
teeth.
problems. Before child number two was born, I had a bit of teeth crack and remove itself.
Right.
Wisdom tooth which needs to be removed, and it's just sort of rotten in half a tooth, but it's very expensive, so it's still in there. And maybe in a few more months I'll get it done, but then I'm starting to get a bit more sort of sensitivity around the bottom here, and there's the gap
Sensitivity
starting
around the
to widen.
bottom is that with the piles? Or?
No, sensitive teeth around the bottom,
Oh, the bottom
and
jaw.
then at the
Right.
top,
Okay.
right, yeah, and then at the top, yeah, and there's the gaps are starting to widen, and I'm just getting older, starting to fall apart.
Right.
But that's all right. But the hemorrhoids are not so bad.
Shall we do some news?
News. Oh yeah, apparently there's a new leader elected for VAMBLA, the Vatican Man Boy Love Association. The Pope, another Pope.
The Pope. Shall we talk about the Pope? That's happened this week, haven't we?
The Pope has happened this week. What normally happens with popes is they normally get someone who's incredibly conservative, who doesn't have sex but likes to tell people what to do with their sex lives, and generally hold back science and gay rights and women's rights.
You're not a fan.
No. Well, no. I have a great problem with people telling people who are poor to how to live their lives while sitting on a throne of gold in ermine and mink, with customized, beautifully tailored clothes, dresses.
Right.
Telling people what to do, while then every week there seems to be another scandal about them having some kind of wonderful gay orgy or something, which is fine. I don't care about that. But don't on one hand say, oh, you're gay, so you can't marry someone you love, because we like it to be a man and a woman, and homosexuality is a sin. But behind the scenes, they're all each other, apparently. Not all of them, my lawyer tells me, but some of them, it appears to be in these having a gay old time, and then they do that. And then there's also the whole child rape bitch thing, which seems to be.
Have you seen the news though that apparently Nostradamus predicted that this Pope Francis.
Right. He didn't predict Francis, did he?
No. Pope Francis the First, or Frank to his friends,
Yeah.
will be the last ever Pope, apparently, according to Nostradamus. I don't know how many times he gets it right.
Be interesting to find out.
I like this one very much. T-shirt made to make the police think you're wearing a seatbelt. This is some idiot somewhere.
That sounds genius.
Has created a T-shirt. It's basically a white T-shirt with a black stripe running diagonally across it, so it looks like a seatbelt.
That's clever.
That has to go in the dumb inventions folder, I think. Have you seen the bid to bury people foot first, standing up to save space?
I haven't seen that in the news, but I have heard about that in the past. This would make sense.
A local person there is quoted as saying that vertical positioning of the body is a good use of space, and they want to see if three people.
The one thing we have not got in Australia
is space. I mean, it's tiny.
Ton of land.
Yeah.
They'll still charge you up the gazoo for it, but there's plenty of land here. You don't need to worry about that. But then, if I always thought if you're going to bury someone upright, well, all that there's going to be a lot of clunking around, isn't there, when you slot them in the hole? Like the moment you lay them down and they go down gently, but I mean, if your pallbearer is going to carry them out, and they're going to tilt them up,
yeah,
and then the body's going to rattle around like a
pea in a whistle,
like the last biscuit in the tin.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be very comfortable, would it?
I don't think comfort is really first on the list.
Probably not first on the list, but
No.
I still don't understand why people have all these gold crap all over their coffins. They spend all that money on a fancy coffin and then shove it in the
Yeah.
ground. Or worse, burn the bloody thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I understand putting it down. I mean, surface area talking about. You're not talking. I mean,
Yes.
takes
No,
up the same
no,
amount,
yeah.
exactly the same amount of space.
Yeah, effectively
But then,
it takes up the same amount of space, but surface
but then you're
area
going
is
to dig
less.
a hole.
You have to dig deeper holes, yes. So grave diggers will be up and up. The unions will go on strike because they'll have to dig.
Unions.
They'll
Unions
have
will stand.
they'll have to dig. The hole will have to be smaller in sort of width, in circumference,
deeper,
but deeper. So how do you do that? You'll need a machine.
You need a machine, which means less workers on the job.
Exactly.
Less wages.
Yeah, they'll go on strike. This is not. It's dead in the water. So there's a story in the weird news section of a British newspaper, and it's about an exercise group that's been created by a fan of Star Wars, and it is a combat exercise class for Jedis in training. This is how mad the world has got. This guy is called Alan Block, and there's a video of him in the full Jedi gear,
So
twirling.
what we call a bathrobe.
Yeah, he's sort of wearing a dressing.
He's
gown.
wearing a dressing gown.
He's wearing a dressing gown and twiddling a false lightsaber, and
A stick with some day glow paint on it.
And he there's a lovely video of him teaching people the ways of the Force.
People pay him for this.
People pay him. This is quite amazing. This is what the world has come to now, is people think that Hollywood movies are a great basis for exercise.
Interesting jobs.
They're not. Exercise and keeping fit should not be based along the lines of a sci-fi movie from 1978 or whatever year. Please don't write in and tell us it wasn't, and I've got it all wrong, because I know Star Wars fans are all a bunch of nerds. I don't care. It's the late set. It's a good film, but
it's great. Old Dr. Spock and all the rest of it. Bones, he's good.
But don't base an exercise regime on it, for God's sake.
Beat me up, Scotty.
Grow up.
I'm going to get Vader.
And there's a few quotes of this guy as well, this idiot who thinks he says, when a person gets their lightsaber, speaking about it, like it's a black belt or something.
If it was a real lightsaber, I'd be tempted.
Suddenly, you are part of this other group of people, nerds, that are a little more in touch with the secrets of the universe. No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
No, you're not. You're not. That's up there with astrology.
I don't believe people do this.
Oh, there are lots of them. Natural healers, astrology, people with healing crystals. Lots of that sort of. There's just a lot of fluff in the world of just silliness, and they believe it. It's true to me. Well, you can have your own beliefs. You can't have your own facts. That's the thing. You can't. You can. I mean, I'm very handsome. I am very handsome.
Most people think you're a good-looking chap.
But
You've let yourself go a bit. The years have taken a toll, but essentially, underneath all the grey hair and the rolls of excess flab, there's a insulation. There's a handsome man trying desperately to get out.
Yeah, but he just can't because he's too. He's entombed.
He's entombed in
flesh, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't care.